Hey everyone, it's Dorothy with crazyforcrust.com and welcome back to my kitchen. Tell me if you remember Amish Friendship Bread. That's that bread that has a starter that grows on your counter and then every 10 days you get to make a loaf of quick bread with it. Who remembers that? Back in the 80s, we had starter on our counter for months. I think I ate more of this bread back then when I was a kid than I ate vegetables. Today I'm going to walk you through how to make your starter from scratch and how to raise it on your counter, how to make the quick bread out of it, and how to share it with your friends. We've all been stuck at home for what seems like forever, and from my analytics, you all are loving making your own starters. And so I'm going to show you how to make this Amish bread today from beginning to end. I'm going to show you how to make the starter, how to grow it, how to make the bread out of it, and how to share it with your friends. You're not going to want to miss it. Let's get in the kitchen. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more delicious and easy recipes.
We're going to start with active dry yeast. In a pinch, you can use instant yeast, but there are slightly different directions, so be sure and read the recipe. You're going to use 1 packet, which is 2 1/4 teaspoons. Dissolve your yeast in hot water and let it sit to bloom and activate. Then add 1 cup each of flour and granulated sugar to a plastic or glass bowl and stir. And then add 1 cup of milk, any fat content, and whisk to combine that. Then you're going to add the bloomed yeast and stir it. Now here's a note, don't use metal whisk like I showed. That was a mistake on my part. Just this whisking is fine, but ongoing use of metal will hurt the chemical reaction of the starter. So don't use metal utensils or metal bowls when you're making or stirring your starter. Stir it all together and then cover it with a kitchen towel. You're going to set it on your counter, don't refrigerate it.
Once you've made your starter, it's time to raise it. And so it's going to take 10 days from day 1 when you first make your starter until it's ready to bake with it. And over that 10 days, we're going to babysit it a little bit.
Once a day on days 2, 3, and 4, stir the mixture with a wooden spoon or spatula. Again, don't use the metal like I did. Then recover it every day.
Now that it's day 5, we're going to feed our starter, and you're going to feed it with a combination of flour, sugar, and milk. Stir it, and then you're going to continue babysitting it for another 5 days until it's time to bake with it.
To feed your starter, add 1 cup each flour, sugar, and milk, and then stir it. Cover it and let it sit again. On days 6 through 9, you're going to stir and cover it also, just like you did on the other days.
It's finally day 10. Our starter has been growing for 10 days. We're going to feed it today, and then we're going to bake bread with it, and then I'm going to show you how to share it with your friends.
On day 10, you're going to feed it again, adding 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of milk, and 1 cup of granulated sugar. Then you're going to stir it together. Make sure again to use a wooden spoon or a spatula. It might end up being slightly lumpy, but that's okay. Today's the day we're going to bake with it, and we're going to divvy it up to give it to our friends. So cover it until you're ready to bake. To bake the bread, whisk together 2 cups of flour, 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Whisk it all together and then set it aside. Then you're going to measure out 1 cup of your starter. Make sure not to use any metal measuring cups or bowls. Add your 1 cup of starter to a glass or plastic bowl. Then add 2/3 of a cup of oil and 1 cup of sugar. Stir it together until it's smooth. Then you're going to add 3 large eggs, 1 at a time. Make sure to stir between each egg addition. After the third egg, you're also going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Stir it together until it's nice and smooth and combined. Once the eggs are all mixed in, add your flour mixture and stir it together. It's going to be a nice, thick, quick bread dough. At this point, once it's mixed together, you can add chopped nuts or chocolate chips. I'm dividing my dough in half and baking them in 2 4x8 pans or 9x5 pans sprayed with nonstick cooking spray. I'm going to bake one with cinnamon sugar on top and one that has chocolate chips in it. You can do it both the same or 2 different. Bake at 325 degrees for 40 to 50 minutes. Then it's time to prepare your starter to give away to friends. Measure out 1 cup of starter per person and add it to a plastic bag. You're going to seal the plastic bag and remove all the air, and then you can just give it to your friends. Make sure that you include directions on feeding and on baking the bread. I usually give away 2 starters, keep 1, and bake with 1. But sometimes you'll have 1 extra cup of starter left, so you can give it to a 3rd friend or bake a second batch of bread. And when you're all done baking your bread, this is what you get. A gorgeous and really, really fragrant loaf of quick bread. Now you can do anything that you want to this. This is the cinnamon sugar loaf. I made it in the big loaf pan, but you can make smaller loaves. You can add chocolate chips to this. You can add nuts. Believe me, once you start your starter, you're gonna get very familiar with this quick bread recipe. All right, everyone leave me a comment and let me know what your memories of Amish Friendship Bread are. Keep watching. I have my starters all packaged up. I'm gonna go drop them off at my friends' houses.